Well, we knew that coming into this game that it was going to be a battle. Every time we played Western Illinois, they're a team that just really grinds you out, and it was physical. Holy cow, it was physical in the post, and they kind of let them play. And unfortunately, our 4 and 5, Trevor and Flack, both fouled out of the game. But I just thought it was a true battle out there. And hats off to our team, though. Those guys have been in this situation many a times against the same Western Illinois team, and they've had our number for 2 years now. And finally, we beat them. And I tell you, Coach Molinari is a heck of a coach, you guys. I mean, the guy runs all kinds of stuff. He they're disciplined on defense, and he does a great job. But you know what? Our guys played very well today and got the job done, and I'm really excited about that and proud of them.
Questions?
How about coming away with wins in basically against two completely different styles? Omaha runs it. This team is a grinder, and then finding ways to get these wins.
Yeah, and that's just been it's trying to been the growth of this basketball team this year, and you could see late in that game. We still make some mistakes, and Adam throws we driving baseline and trying to score when the clock is in our advantage, and those are just learning points, and that's just something that myself and our staff just got to continue to just teach these young kids. They're just young men that are still trying to figure things out. But I tell you what, really glad that we got over that hump, and it was a tale of two cities. I mean, you got Omaha who put so much pressure on you defensively, and then this team is a really, really good half-court execution basketball team. But I thought we were pretty good defensively today.
Can you just talk about Trevor and Karim's leadership and senior night and last game here for them?
Yeah, in the locker room, I told them I'm not going to make too big of a deal about it. It is senior night, but let's send these guys off, with the victory and last time being on this court. But we still got more games to play, and that's the fun part about it. Their season's not done yet. But two great guys, fun to be around. They're both going to graduate, and both have really good degrees, and they'll move on with their life. And whatever they choose to do, I know that they'll have a lot of success.
No, you're not done, just as you said, but, 6 win, it's kind of a milestone in that it's more than you guys have ever had in the league since you joined it, and already over the win total from last year. Just taking a sec, have you taken any time to relish in that part of it yet? Just knowing that there's been progress made, just you can look at it and the numbers don't lie?
No, and when you even look at it now, you're saying, okay, we're 6-6. We haven't been there before. Am I excited about that? Somewhat. I'm happy about it, but this is not, our program. We want to take it to another level. We want to take it to where we're in the upper half of the Summit League and competing for a championship. And, if you go back and look at the games at Omaha, at home against the Jacks, at home against the Bison, if the ball goes your way a couple times there, you never know. Maybe you got three more wins, and you're sitting a lot better. But at the end of the day, I think you can see that this team is showing progress, and that this team can compete night in and night out in this league.
How big was the win, just based on the fact you look at it, you know what you've got in front of you next week, and the caliber of those two teams, the way you've got to close the regular season, knowing that now you can't finish lower than 5th, and so that just from a matchup standpoint, when you get to the tournament, at least it's going to be a little bit more favorable regardless of what happens next week.
Sure. We know we have 2 tough games next week, but I told our guys, let's enjoy this. We'll take tomorrow off. We'll get back to work next week and really prepare for North Dakota State. But it does. I'll be honest with you. 6 wins has been good for us this year in what we're trying to do. But we got work to do, and I'm telling you, we're going to get better. We got some great kids that are freshmen that are redshirting this year. I know we lose 2 very good seniors, but people. It's not like we can replace Trevor and Karim. But there's other guys that come in and can step up and make plays, for your basketball team. And other guys start becoming where they have bigger roles also. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just concerned about getting through these next 2 games. And it feels great that we can't finish no lower than 5. I think that's neat considering we were picked 7th preseason. So that is showing that we're making progress.
Joey, today, certainly, you look at the free throws are a big difference. They, struggle a little bit. You guys were perfect in the second half. to kind of balloon this to a 10-point game?
Yeah, our guys stepped up, and I tell you, if you look at the national statistics, there's quite a bit of teams in the Summit League that are pretty high, as far as free throws goes. But I thought it was great that our guys stepped up with confidence and closed this game out at the free throw line. I thought it was terrific.
Now that Trevor's in the room, I just want to make it awkward for everybody. You talked about last time, with the way they doubled him and kind of took him out of the game offensively, and I know you and I just talked about how you wanted him to find other ways, create other opportunities for other guys. Well, he had 4 assists tonight, so they did the same thing, but especially late when they got close again, a couple of those assists happened, and that's how you guys ended up being able to pull away. So just speak
Sure.
to that.
I and Trevor tell you at one point I got right up in him and kind of just grabbed him and said, "Hey, listen, you've got to keep your composure." You could tell that he started to get a little frustrated out there, and I'm like, calm down. You're going to be fine. You got to be able to close this game out for us. He comes in, they go to double again. Again, he throws it to Krim, big time play. That was a huge momentum swinger for us. And then comes right back at it. And they thought he was going to pass out of it, makes a heck of a move, and finishes at the rim. And I thought at that point that was close to being your ball game. So, I told him, you got to be tough, you got to be strong. It's physical in there, and he is. When he wants to be and play like a man, Trevor's really, really good. Sometimes I got to inject the manhood in him.
Are you starting to kind of like having Larson in the starting lineup right now? I know it's a little different than having Brandon in there.
Yeah, but I thought both of those guys did nice tonight. I mean, they both did very good things. And Tyler Larson had a couple big threes for us, but Brandon did a nice job down the stretch too, and they complement each other very well, I think. But no, I have no issues with starting Tyler and bringing Boss off the bench. And those 3 kids, it's almost like we're going 3 for 3 at the guard spot, and I think they all kind of play together in their own ways. And then we just, at the end of the game, we try to mix and match for what we're trying to do.
1 or 2 more. Real balanced scoring tonight. Any factors involved there?
No, when you're playing 10 kids and 9 of them gets double minutes, and they're getting pretty quality minutes, I think guys are starting to figure out different ways they can score, and they're confident right now, and I think that's everybody. And we changed it up this week. We told them we want to play a little faster. The Omaha game I didn't like because we had 20 turnovers tonight. We had 10. I can live with 10 turnovers. As long as we're taking care of the ball down the stretch at games, and we did a terrific job of handling the press down the stretch also.